Southern comfort running through my veins. My mama was the wind and my daddy was a train. I'm the second coming of the midnight rider. I'm a modern day old soul singer, son of a gun and guitar slinger. I spent 10 years picking on a 6-string, working the bar scene, burning it down to the ground, looking for a sound that ain't been found by no one else, sticking true to myself. So I took it up a highway, southbound interstate, counting on a big break, trading my legs for tips, learning to live like I never did. I was dead broke, like a bad joke. Got Southern comfort running through my veins. My mama was the wind and my daddy was a train. I'm the second coming of the midnight rider. I'm a modern day old soul singer, son of a gun and guitar slinger.
Welcome back. It is week 4 of our 2012 A Hunter's Guide, and I wanted to jump right in this week. We're not going to do the weather to start off with. We're going to do stuff a little different. I want to talk about your stand selection this week, and it's very important. Not getting many success stories. I don't know how many people's hunting or not seeing deer or what, but I've personally seen a lot of deer last week. It was hot, and I learned one thing. Me and Pops went on a road trip down to eastern North Carolina, and I'm going to talk about my failure a little bit later, but our stand selection is kind of what we done. We rode down there first off and had to put up a deer stand. 2 deer stands, one to film, one to hunt out of, and it makes it a little tough at that point just because select trees only work. Well, we didn't waste any time. We was in a hurry. We got down there Wednesday evening, got up Thursday morning, filmed around the place a little bit, done some scenery shots and stuff like that, and went back to there on the farm to go hunting. Rode around for about 2 minutes and found the tree I wanted to hunt in. Well, that was fine. It was a good starting point, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. Found a tree, put up a stand, seen deer, seen lots of deer. I actually seen about 15 deer the very first evening. Some bucks, some few for down there shooter type bucks, 3-year-old deer or older, and none of them was getting close enough. And immediately we should have known with the deer movement where they were, we should have went ahead that next morning and packed up and moved about 100 yards is all it would have took, is 100 yards. And there was a tree over there waiting on us, but it was 90 degrees. We were both complaining because we didn't want to put up the stands again. Again, it's tough to hang stands for 2 people like that. So, you know, we didn't want to move, but needless to say, we didn't shoot a deer, and part of it was because we did not and weren't willing to move our stands. So, when I talk to you about stand selection, the reason it is not as important as to where your stand is right now, but you need to be willing to move in order to get closer to that deer. Had we moved that Friday evening, I sure would have got a shot on a nice buck and stuck an arrow through him, I know. But my failure story is going to be a little later on. Right now we're going to go to Dad with the weather, so here's Pops.
Joey Nifong again here with a Hunter's Guide, and I feel like I'm back home again here in Hyde County, North Carolina. Lake Mattamuskeet in the background, and we're going to do the weather from right here. And we probably won't get to do this again, so I'm kind of excited about it. But anyway, it's going to be a real unsettled week. Rain again Monday, probably cloudy Tuesday, and a chance of showers off and on later on the week. But temperature's not going to change a whole lot, basically in the 70s, lows in the mid-50s. Towards the end of next week, we're going to see some rain, maybe starting again Saturday, and it is going to start cooling off, I promise. And maybe some drier, colder air gets involved in the weather pattern in the next week or so. But anyway, that was the weather, and y'all have a good day, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Pop, for the weather. Now I want to talk to you about my failure story this week. Again, me and Pops went to eastern North Carolina to hunt on a family member's farm down there, and had a lot of success in seeing deer. Finally got one to pop out about 30 seconds before it started pouring rain Saturday afternoon. We hunted, could not get a deer close enough. we were watching bucks chase does. Again, the deer are already rutting down there. So bucks were chasing does 300 yards away. Thunderstorm's cracking. Dad's got the camera covered up. And all of a sudden we look behind us basically. And at 45 yards out pops this 3.5, maybe 4.5-year-old buck. Now again, he wasn't no trophy monster deer, but he was a shooter for down that way. So I got turned around. Dad got the camera cut on. And at 45 yards is where he popped out. I did not range him. I had ranged a tree at 66 yards, and he was in between that 45 yard that I had spotted him at and that 66-yard tree. And so at, I'm guessing about 55 yards, I let one fly because I knew we weren't going to have much more time to hunt that afternoon. So I missed him way low, and I'll call it a miss. My cousin Jared always tells me, if you're confident at 50 and you miss a deer at 55, it's not just whatever, it's you've missed the deer. So I'll say the fact that I missed the deer, I'm a failure story this week. We don't have any success stories this week that we're going to talk about really. I need more from y'all, so get out there and hunt and let me know how you do. The acorns are falling, starting to fall. The pin oak acorns are on the ground. Red oak and white oak acorns are falling as well. So get out there, hunt around that acorn tree maybe if you can, and see what you can find. I guess that's all for our show this week. It's a short one, but stay tuned next week right here at A Hunter's Guide. Good luck. Hope this guide helps you out and kill a big buck this week.